There are definitely no shortcuts for when it comes to where you want to be income-wise with your social platform. So in this video, I want to give you 5 big tips so that you can easily stay on track and reach your biggest goals. Hey, I'm Sarah with Retrieve, and I have been making content on my own YouTube channel for almost 5 years now. Welcome back to our monetization strategy series, where our goal with this series is to give you as much valuable marketing information as possible so that you can be a successful creator and entrepreneur. So get ready to take some notes. With ad money, focus on the fundamentals, not the views. As a creator myself, I know it's really tempting to say, okay, I'm gonna grind and crank out my videos. I'm gonna work until I get however many views that it takes to earn me, say, an $8,000 check every month. But trust me, that can be a really frustrating way of doing things and budgeting. The reality is the amount of money on your ads, on your videos, it actually fluctuates frequently. So the dollar amount per view can be lower or higher depending on external factors that you cannot influence. So focusing only on the views could give you a false sense of security and frustration when there may have been a huge demand for your customer segment surrounding some event like a big election, holidays, or other things that could drive your per view revenue up. So when you build your personal model, make sure that it's conservative when it comes to dollar per views so that you can be focusing your energy on other smarter ways to be making money. And then if you do have a hot month with ad revenue, that's just icing on your cake. Get a job to be done. We're not suggesting that you get a day job, but rather use the best and most simple marketing framework for any innovator, the Job to Be Done framework by the late world-renowned innovator Clay Christensen. If you're not familiar with this framework, check out this video here where we describe it in detail for you. Understanding the reason or the job that your viewers hire your content for in their lives is the first most essential step into creating better content more efficiently, and also really good for understanding what brand extensions make the most sense for you. To give you a concrete example, if you have consistently high views on product review videos and you have consistently lower views on your how-to videos, that means your viewers are mainly hiring your content to learn about the products before they buy them. So with that insight, you can really start to analyze your numbers and make good business decisions, whether that's offering your audience further access to you or bringing them a product that really appeals to their specific needs. Create a reverse income statement. The goal of this video is to give you some tools that you can use to answer the question, what do I need to believe in order to make X amount of dollars per year? This isn't about just having a positive attitude. It's about believing what needs to be true about that future state, about where you are going to be when you reach your big goal. The main idea here being, if you are all in on your business, it is essential that you take time to really figure out a solidified long-term goal. If you don't have a long-term goal to work towards, your short-term goals really aren't going to make much sense, and your day-to-day goals are going to lose momentum very quickly. Successful businesses didn't become successful by having a wishy-washy state of mind and just taking stabs at anything. Businesses become successful by having solidified plans of attack. I know that sounds like a really lofty statement, but don't be discouraged by it. Once you come up with that long-term goal, you can then work backwards from there and come up with short-term goals, say 3 or 6 month or even month-to-month goals. And then you can work backwards from there and come up with day-to-day goals that all add up to that long-term goal. One thing that you can always build into your short-term goals as a creator is finding other ways to fill in revenue with other revenue sources. Because as a creator, the benefit is that there's a lot of different ways to make money. The usual methods are affiliate marketing, working with a company like Retrieve to produce and sell a digital product, physical product sales, and offering services. These are all sources of success that you can work towards today, and they'll also help you build your confidence and experience as you build out your channel into what you envision. Know your worth and seek real partners. Resources like Social Blue Book, Aspire IQ, and other influencer marketing agencies will be able to tell you what brand sponsorships and partnerships are fitting for someone at your reach and engagement level, and help you to get into contact with many more brands than you would be able to just on your own. Another big tip here is to know that you should not be saying yes to every potential sponsorship that comes your way. You are a brand and you need to stay on brand in order to remain compatible with your audience in the long run. Go directly to your fans. The economics of going direct are crazy because the deepest well of potential revenue for your channel is in the wallets of the people who rely on your unique expertise that you put into your content. So the best thing that you can do is to build your business model where you own that direct link between you and your customer. There are many different ways that you can do this, and with Retrieve, you have a couple options. You can create what we call a community where you can segment out specific topics that your audience gravitates towards and paywall the access to each of those communities. We love this feature because we know that creators are often very niche, and usually the information, tips, tricks, and advice that their audience seeks is not easily found with just a simple Google search. And communities are great for this reason because the people that need that unique information will be more than willing to pay for the access to you and other people with that knowledge and experience. You also have the option to paywall your DMs with Retrieve. And when I discovered this as a creator, it was so liberating because, let's face it, responding to DMs eats up a ton of your time, but it's one of the best ways to stay connected with your audience. So when you release a digital product with us, you have the option to ask for a small rate of compensation for your advice. Your audience finds your content valuable, so why not ask to be paid a small rate of compensation for your time that you take to give them your advice? That concludes our 5 big tips for you, with probably a little bit more than 5 tips sprinkled in there for you. So we really hope that this held some value for you. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our next video in this series, where we will be talking about a very interesting content strategy, focusing more on entertainment value with the content that you put out on your social media rather than your expertise value. With this strategy, you'll still be able to gain an audience while also being able to have that option to monetize your expertise without always having to give it away for free in your videos. We'll go into depth about this strategy and much more, so we hope to see you in our next video.